Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah. Hey, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me, in the most humble way I know how, to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If by some slither of my huge imagination you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. That's Big Spot if you don't hablo Espanol. And this is another episode of The Overnight Price Action Review. Now, let's see who in here, man. Who up in here? Who's in here with me? Shout out here to Learn and Share. Pulling up at 8:31. Good morning to you. The birds are chirping, chirping. Oh, hold on. Let me go send out the bat signal just in case somebody don't have their notifications on or they're on the wrong YouTube channel. Looking at you, Tish. Looking at you, Tish. Good morning. Buenos dias, Valentine. That's my baby. What's up, Deborah? That's my baby. Got that answer right. Let me pull up in the voice. I'm in the voice for anybody that's that want to pull up in the Discord and unmute and talk to me. Or if y'all want to unmute so that we can hear your spouse say, "That's my baby," with the answer. Let me see. Bat signal. Hey, at everyone. I'm on the tube. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. What's up, Seawalk? What's going on? Call me true. Shout out, Call Me True, and every other person that's got a total different YouTube name from their Discord name. Shout out everybody. And they'll be struggling to figure out who you are between Discord and YouTube. Matter of fact, speaking of, let me share my screen again. If this is you right here, this person right here, Lonnie Pop, Lonnie, if this is you, I asked this morning when I woke up with the old man bladder, I said, what's your YouTube channel name? All right. Because nobody in YouTube name is Lonnie or Lonnie Pop. You have until the end of the day to let me know what your YouTube name is, or you're out of there. You're gone. I don't know a Lonnie Pop. Right? It's becoming very difficult for me to, I ain't gonna say difficult. It's just getting on my nerve for me trying to figure, because I asked, when you accept the Discord invite, if your YouTube name and your Discord name is not the same, please DM me, Tim, I'm such and such on YouTube, so that I can put you in the right tier. But constantly, People come in with all these, you got 40 different names. I don't know that that's you. I don't know that Sexy Red 927 is Glorilla 414 in Discord. I don't know that. Please help me. Help me help you. Like Here to Learn and Share say, people, stop messing it up for people. People are always messing it up for people. Oh, I digress. Again, I'm in the voice if anybody want to pull up on me. Shout out everybody that was on the first Sunday Q&A. Shout out everybody that pulled up with the hard-hitting questions. Shout out JT. JT pulled up with the hard-hitting questions. He said that was his first time being on the live. Pulled up with the hard-hitting questions. Again, people, I don't care if it's your first time being on a Q&A with us. I don't care if you back at the beginning of the mentorship. I don't care if you at the end of the mentorship. I don't care where you are in the mentorship journey. Do not let me go full screen. Do not apologize for asking your question. Because guess what? The ones that was in there from day one, from Geo, they asked their questions without any reservation. So just because you're coming in later, we're in week 16 now of the mentorship. The gang been around for ever. The True Blue gang, the ones with them little orange spiders next to their name, they've been around forever. Guess what? They got an opportunity to ask their questions without any resistance or anything. So please stop apologizing. I know this might be repeating for somebody, but don't feel bad about asking your question. Ask your question. Ask it. If they don't want to hear your question, right over there, baby. See you, bye-bye. Ask your question. Just like that. Just like that. Because guess what? It's somebody out there with that same question, and they're too afraid to open up their mouth. Because they don't want to feel like, I'm the slow kid in class, and I just can't get this. Like, I can't get it. I can't build up the courage to ask this question because I'm the slow kid. You ask your question. Now, let's get into this overnight price action review. Turn your attention to the screen over here. Right over there, right over there, right over there. Okay. This purple area there, that right there, I put that there, and it's called the new week opening gap. The reason I put that there is because it helps me find out where price opened up at. Helps me find out where price opened up at. Price opened up right there at that big green counter. Now, when I be trying to come, I be like, man, where's the 6 o'clock time? It's I be trying to look at them numbers at the bottom, be fumbling, look crazy out here in front of y'all. But boop, now that I got a new week opening gap there, I know exactly what it look. That's where we start trading at over there, that big red candle. Cause that's the last candle we traded on Friday, and that's the first one we traded on last night at 6 o'clock, right there. Right? So let's see what price did last night, shall we? It's marked 7:30. I still be looking at this quarterly theory stuff sometime. I don't really be doing nothing with it. I have a whole lot of stuff in my mind. Make the candles nice and big. Make the candles nice and big so everybody can see them good. Make sure I ain't blocking nothing since y'all want me to be down at the bottom of the screen. What's up? Some more people to put up in here. What's up to the Black Al Davis? You know what I'm saying? Different names. Yeah, people always messing it up for people. What's up, Laverne? What's going on, Laverne? All right. Price opened up over here last night at 6 p.m. at 56.12 even. 56. Hey, speaking of last night I'm just sitting there on YouTube watching different videos, and it pop up on my timeline that my partner Mark had dropped a video, Uncultured Currency, right? He had started another channel, or revived the channel, whatever he did. It was like a bunch of pop culture and political satire. Not really my thing. I go try to look at a video every now and then to support him, but that ain't my thing. But he had posted something last night, and it was talking about trading. I'm like, man, I thought he stopped doing trading videos. You know, so I thought he didn't do that no more. So I click on it and start watching it, right? He going through talking about, different resources in trading. And how about when it came to, because he was doing courses, communities, and YouTube. And he was going through different things for like investing, options trading, futures trading. He was like going through different, genres, if you will, for lack of better, like investing, trading, futures, options, right? And when he got to futures, right, he really didn't have any futures courses. But when he got to futures for YouTube, guess who he shouted out? Guess who he recommended? The gang. And that's the only thing he recommended. He'll like, as far as anything else for futures, I ain't got nothing. But he recommended the gang. I was like, hey, look at there. Mama, I done made it. So I appreciate Mark for that, man. I said, man, I texted him that. I said, man, I appreciate you shouting me out, man. Not all of what did I say? I said, thanks for the shout out. And I said, thanks for the shout out. Not all of the get rich quick without doing any work crowd is going to come to my channel. If you are a get rich quick without doing any work crowd type person and that rock hits you, hey. Okay, here we go. I'm turning my fancy dancing. We opened up over here at 56.12 Eve on. Right? We opened up over here at 56.12 Eve on. Right? I'm going to put that orange for the open. All right. All right. That's good. Orange for open. Right? So we had a nice little gap down. We gapped down 3 points from 56.15 even, and we gapped down to 56.12 even. A 3-point gap down. Then we wicked down a little bit to make a low of 56.11. So we gapped down 3 points, traded down 1 point, and then rallied back up and closed right at the high of that last candle from Friday. Okay. Then after that, we pulled back down to the and dipped into the top of that new week opening gap. And then we skated across the top of it until about 7:15, 7:20. Then we dropped down to the lower end of the new week opening gap, right? Did not take out the low, right? Did not take out that low. Let's mark that low, the opening low. We're going to just call this the opening. We're going to stretch it all the way over to there. We'll stretch it over to there. and we're going to call that the opening low. The 6 p.m. opening, the opening low. The opening low. So we came down, did not take out the opening low. Then we pushed back up into the SIBI that was created at 7:30 on that move down to the low end of the new week opening gap, pushed back up to the high of the new week opening gap, which was 56.15 even, right there to the top of the 7:30 SIBI. Did not get into the volume imbalance that's connected to that 7:30 SIBI, but we went to the high of that 7:30 SIBI right there. Went to the high of the 7:30 SIBI right there. That's a 15-minute SIBI, and just in case anybody's wondering, these are 15-minute candles that we're watching or that we're reading. Right, went to the high of the SIBI, and then we just consolidated inside the new week opening gap for a while. Then at 9 p.m. we dropped down and dipped just below the sell side at the opening low, and then we pushed back up, creating a BISI at 9:15. Right, consolidated there for a little while, but during that consolidation we pulled back down into the BISI. Right, that 9:15 BISI. All right, if we come over here and mark this out, pull it down into that 9:15 BISI. Okay, and then we will. Right, so I'm going, and all of this is happening inside the new day opening gap. I mean, the new week opening gap, but that's getting kind of hard to see. Let me stretch it up bigger. Yeah, there you go. Stretch it up pretty big because it's getting kind of hard to see with all them colors. Colors. Right, stretch it up pretty big. Okay, getting kind of hard to see with all those colors. Okay, now we move down to the low of that BISI on this 10 p.m. candle, and then we push back up and trade it to the high of the volume imbalance. There is the volume imbalance. If you do not know what a volume imbalance is, it's a 2-candle pattern where the bodies do not overlap. 2 consecutive candles where the bodies don't overlap. Like that's a bearish volume imbalance. That's a bearish volume imbalance. That's a bearish volume imbalance. Anything, Junebug. What? Yeah, hold on for a second. Oh man, that's nothing, man. My daddy was a carpenter, man. Oh man, that's nothing, man. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy, man. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. My sister had texted me something. Okay. Yes. So a 2-candle pattern when the bodies don't share, don't overlap. The bodies don't over, like here. That's a bullish volume imbalance right there. This candle, that candle. The bodies don't share. Right there. The bodies don't share price. Okay. So that 10-15 candle, we push back up to the high of this bearish volume imbalance there. Okay. And then we push back down. So now we're ping-ponging in between the 9:15 BISI and the 7:30 SIBI and volume imbalance. Right. See price here. volume imbalance, BISI, volume imbalance, BISI, volume imbalance, BISI, then back to this SIBI here, but it's pushing all the way up to the volume imbalance, but the bodies are staying right there around consequent encroachment of the SIBI, right? All of these bodies right here staying right around consequent encroachment of the SIBI. Then here at midnight, the midnight opening price is 56.14, right? And then we trade it down, drop it like it's hot, right? Created a SIBI here at the 1230 candle, came all the way down and touched that opening low, right? Touched the opening low, did not take the sell side out, right? Then we push back up to the SIBI and the high of that inversion fair value gap. Well, Tim, what's the inversion fair value gap? I'm glad you asked that, little Timmy Rogers. Right here on this 1245 candle, when this 15-minute candle closed below this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, this bullish fair value gap has now become an inversion fair value gap because you have closed on the bottom side of a bullish PD array. So now it's inverted. And now you anticipate it to act as resistance. When you're above it, you're anticipated to act as support, like it did here. Support, 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 support. Close below it, resistance, 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 resistance. Right? Get back above it, support, support, support. Now you get it? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. So pushed up, touched the inversion fair value gap, came back down and stopped right there at the opening, the daily opening price. Right? Not the midnight open, not the midnight open, but the actual open from 6 p.m. Then we pushed to the high of the inversion fair value gap again. That was the 915 BISI that we're now on the bottom side of, right? Open back up, came up, touched consequent encroachment, and then dropped all the way back down, stopped on a dime, closed flat at the bottom of the candle at that old swing low, the old opening low, right? Then we opened up and came down and made an equal low to the new low. Did not take out the new low, right? We made an equal low to the Asian low. So now that's the Asian low and the London low are now the same. Asian / London. Meet me at the London. London. Right? We're going to say equal lows. Right? May equal lows. So, and this is during the London kill zone, right? Because this is at 2. So the London kill zone starts over here at 1:30, right? So this is a low during the kill zone. The London don't open until right here on this 3 o'clock candle right there. That's from the London open. The London open is at the high of that fair value gap, 56.1375, right? So this is the London open, and this equal low is from the Asian kill zone and the London kill zone, right? So we got equal lows right there. Traded back, price traded down into this 215 BISI, right? Touched the 215 BISI, came back down, dipped below opening price once more, right? Once more. And when did we dip below opening price? What time is that? That time right there is 3 o'clock. Why did we dip below that opening price? To give London an opportunity to buy below the opening of the day. If you want to buy, class participation time. If you want to buy, where do you prefer to buy? One is in the discount, and the other one is below what? Put it in the chat while I sip on some high quality H2O. You want to buy in a discount and preferably below what? Is there anybody in the Discord that can unmute? No one's in the Discord to unmute. Am I live? Yes, I am live. Because last night I was talking for about... We ain't gonna get That's My Baby today. We are not gonna get That's My... I already said you want to do it in the discount. So below equilibrium is instant in what I said. In discount, preferably below what? I just gave you the answer. What did I say we did on this candle right here? Come on, Deborah. We trying to get your husband another That's My Baby. That's my baby. The open. Ding, 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 ding. If you are going long, you want to buy in a discount and preferably below the opening price. The opening price of what? If you're near the daily open, below the daily open. If you're near a prior session, below the prior session, low. If you're near the opening price of the session that you're in, below the opening price, whatever open price is trading near, you want to buy in a discount and preferably below that open, right? So here we're already below. The London opens up below the midnight open, right? So we're already below the midnight open, and then it drops down below the daily open. So if you're bullish, right? You're bullish and price drops down, coming to an imbalance and gets below the daily open, you're like, it's below the daily open. And if you can't get that right there, below that daily open, now you want to get as near to that daily open as possible to get your entry, because you want to buy in a discount and preferably below the daily open. Sometimes they ain't gonna give you no setup. Like right here, let's go look at the 1 minute chart to see if it actually gave a setup. Sometimes it ain't gonna give a setup, right? Let's get, where's the daily open? Right there. Okay, so that's when it dipped below the daily open, right? So this, when it's 15-minute right here, coming back into this 15-minute fair value gap right there, soon as this 15-minute candle right here trades down and touch this 15-minute fair value gap right there, right, we're going to make this blue. We're going to make this blue, so when we go down to the 1 minute, we know that we're looking for a 1 minute an entry on our on the 1 minute. We're looking for entry. Soon as this 2-4, let me go right here. Let me put a line here. Put a vertical line right here, so we can see when the 1 minute came down into that. So that's the start of this 15-minute candle. Now we're gonna go to the 1 minute. Right. So here we go. It didn't get in there until way over there. No, that's it right there. That's the fair value gap we're looking at. Make sure. I said I made it blue. I said I'm looking for the blue one, and I forgot what I was doing already. So right there, we want to see when, move this over here. We want to see when that came into that fair value gap. Okay, right there, boom. So right here at this moment, here, we're looking for a trade setup. Right, we're looking for a trade setup. Okay, now in this case, it didn't give little Timmy Rogers anything he would take. Right, we didn't get anything I would take on the 1 minute right here. Okay, because we see here, this is when we came into that fair value gap. Okay, and then we, you know, we kind of not really doing a whole lot right there, right? So we came down, made a SIBI, we stopped there, we inverted the SIBI, right? And we just kind of dilly-dallying. We pushed up, right? Above that high, we came back down, we dilly-dallying, right? We made a Bessie right there. You know, we poked up above midnight, made equal highs, and rejected off midnight, right? And then we came down, we made a little SIBI right there, and then now there is an entry opportunity here, but it's not one that I trade. The market is open. The market is open. The market is open. If you're gonna trade, please trade safe. If you're not gonna trade, please take a couple miles. No, you can go back and study what you saw then apply to your future trading endeavors. Enjoy your day. Right? There is a trading entry technique over here, something that I don't trade, and it's off of using inversion fair value gaps, right? So you see here we came down there, we made equal lows, we pushed up, you know, had a shift in market structure right there, breaking above that high. Okay, and then we traded back down into the 15-minute fair value gap right there. And then so we're looking for an entry technique off of a 15-minute fair value gap here. And then you see here, we come down, we sweep out like short-term liquidity there. We trade back down over here into the order block over here, right? We got you know, we got order blocks in there. We got all kind of stuff in there, but we trade back down into this consolidation right there, right there. Boom. Respecting the balance price range down here. See all this balance price range candle stop on a dime right there, respecting the balance price range. And then we push up right here. And this candle right there at 312, we invert this fair value gap right there. We invert that fair value gap right there. So when we invert that fair value gap, you can either punch in as soon as this candle closes, or you can trade off of retracing back to the inversion fair value gap right there. Stop would be down there below that low, but that's not something that I trade. I watch it all the time, but I never trade it because that's not the confirmation for me. I need a different type of confirmation for my trading style. So if you trade inversion fair value gaps, you would have had an opportunity to get in close to the opening price, but not below the opening price. The only way you would have been able to get in below the opening price is if you're lying to yourself and me and everybody else and say that you were waiting for price to trade back down into this consolidation again, even though it already traded back into the fair value gap there, went up, got a breaking market structure. And you're going to lie to yourself and say, oh yeah, I was waiting for it to come back down here again, and I got long to the tick at 56 11.75. I got long to the tick. I didn't put it at 56.12 because I wanted to get in below open, and it picked me up to the tick, and then I went off to glory. Now that I've beat that dead horse. Then price blast off, right? We came down, dipped below the opening, the daily open, then we blast off. Okay, we blast off, and then price skirted along here, treating all of this here, right? Treating all of this here as being le balanced, being the range of the balance. The range of the balance. We have sell side delivery. All right, let's come here. We got sell side delivery, right? Then we gap down and trade it back up there. And then, right, so we traded back up into these candles here. Then we had sell side delivery. Then we had sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side, right? Sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side. And then for this candle over here, we got the buy side right there. And then we left that area. So when we left that area from this candle over there, this is our new range that is trading, because look, it's not going below that low. It's not trying to come back to these bissies over here, right? And then we pushed up to the top, came out of that range right there, right? And what did price do? What did price do? Price treated that range as what? Right. Treated that range as another balanced price range right there. Pushed up, right? And then what did it do? Came back. As soon as it touched the range, pushed up. Never tried to come back to that bissy right there. And it hasn't stopped coming down yet. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All right. And now we've just taken out Friday's high. Is that Friday's high? Yep. That's Friday's high right there. Yep. High of previous week, high of previous day. We took that out on the 845 candle, and we've been going up ever since. So the 930 candle has pushed up tippy top tall. Now let's see what the other sisters are doing. The NQ is dropping like it's hot. What do we call that, gang? What do we call that? The Dow is going up. The ES is going up, struggling to go up. And the NQ is going down. What do we call that, gang? What is that? What is that known as? Divergence. You got to do it. You got to spell it out with all the syllables. Divergence. All 4 syllables. No, you don't have enough syllables. Divergence. Divergence. All you got to do with all the syllables. Can somebody give me the correct spelling? Divergence. Anybody, I don't care who. Somebody type it out with the correct spelling. Hey, man, that's all I got. There you go. Divergence. No, Sonya, it's not it's divergence. Okay. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm going to put them on the screen together so we can see the divergence. Right? This is divergence. Right? So we got the YM here, the ES here, and the NQ here. Right? Divergence. NQ just came and took out this low right there. Right? That low right there. NQ just came and took out that low, and the Dow and the E. Wait a minute. The NQ had already taken this high, right? So the NQ took this high back here first. NQ took out that high, so we was having divergence from way back there, right? NQ took out these relative equal highs right there, right, on the 9 o'clock candle, and then the ES, right, took it out on the 830 candle, 915 candle, right? So the NQ took it out on the 915 candle. The ES took it out on the 830 candle, and the Dow took it out we made equal highs there, took it out on the 8 o'clock candle, right? So we've been kind of lagging behind. We've been having a little divergence for a minute now, and then now the ES and the Dow are staying strong above that high, but the NQ is showing a little weakness. So what are we looking for? We're trying to see if the NQ, excuse me, will run stops and catch up, or if the NQ will run stops and start to break down. So if the NQ is run the stops, but if it runs the stops and start to break down, then we will look for to see if the ES and the Dow start to break down. Right? See if they start to break down. Now, depending on how slow price trade, I think we got CPI later on this week. I think we got Powell testifying a couple days this week. We got, I think, PPI this week. Let me stop trying to remember. I glanced at it this weekend. Y'all like my reading nook? This is my reading nook here. This is my reading nook. I created with Google AI. I said I want a dark, spooky reading nook and some fantasy or something. They said. I said dark. I said mood. I had dark style. I can't remember style. What I had subject. It was like places or interiors. Yeah, reading nook. And style was fantasy. Yes, I think style was fantasy. Yes. So I had fantasy dark, and that's the one I'm using right there. Told it to generate me some reading nooks. It generated it, and this is the one I'm using right here. Those some different little reading nooks by the fireplace. By the fireplace. In a cave. By the window. In the library looking at the lightning. Fireplace in the lightning. Right. So yeah, that's my reading nook right there. All right, what was I looking at? Oh yeah, econoday.kism. So Powell testifying tomorrow. Oh no, they say Powell speaks. I seen on what's name it said something about testifying. On Forex Factory it said something about testifying. I thought Forex Fed, yeah, Fed Chair Powell testifies, and then CPI on Thursday, along with unemployment, and then PPI on Friday. Yeah, so those are the news events. You see that you got Powell testifies, but over here it just says Powell speaks on Tuesday, and then Powell testifies on Wednesday. I don't have nothing. It's got Gooseby speaks at 2:30, but I don't have anything for Powell. I don't know, man. Anyway, that's your news. So I don't know if price gonna CPI is a big thing. So I don't know if price gonna dilly-dally before CPI, like not really do anything because they don't know what's gonna be said. As of now, the NQ seems to be sweeping this low. And let's see if it plays catch up. Let's see if it plays catch up. What would you be looking for? You'd be looking for the NQ now that it has swept the low, right? It came down and swept the low. Now you look for it to give you a reason to get in like that. All right. Play on the lower time frame. Right. So low swept. All right. Low is swept there. All right. This is the 9:30 candle. Okay. This right here is the 9:30 open. Right there. That's the 9:30 open right there. All right. We've come down and swept below that low. So now that we've swept below that low, that 15-minute candle is closed. Now, you don't want to see it create a SIBI right here if you want a bullish signal, right? If it creates a SIBI here, right, then you would watch to see if we if it creates a SIBI here, right, you would watch to see if we did something like this, right? So if we did something like that, you would look for a reason to short there, right? Or if it created a SIBI there, you would look for it to go and invert that SIBI, right? And once it invert that SIBI and holds, yeah, look for a reason to go long there. That's the confirmation. You don't have to wait for that confirmation. You could invert the SIBI and just go long off the SIBI, right? But me, I want to invert the SIBI, hold it, break the high, and get in there like that. But like I said, if we create a SIBI here, then I want to see it come up. Since we got this divergence, I want to see it come up, hit that, right? Come down, and then look for that there. Like respect that there, and then give me another. This is a possibility here, right? And this is the safer option would be here, right? Because we respect the SIBI, came down, respect this area, and then now you'll be looking to get short down there, right? Depending on how price goes. But these two right here are very strong. These are very strong. So, and this is showing a lot of weakness. So, yeah. Trade what you see. And then on the ES right here, right? Still showing a lot of strength. So that creates a 15-minute BISI. Right. Then you would look on the 1 minute. If that's volume and balancing BISI, you look for the 1 minute to come in here and give you that right there. 1 minute, come in, take a low, come back up. All right. You can either get in on an imbalance there after respecting that low, or get in on breaking that high right there. And you can either, it can either be a, when we was talking about this, it can be a reaccumulation coming back to an area of fair value, or it can be an offset accumulation, sweeping lows and coming back to a breaker or fair value gap there. That's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Anybody got anything for moi? Anybody got anything for me? Before we go. Oh, excuse me. All right, today. Excuse me. I'd like to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Another episode of the Overnight Price Action Review. Again, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, welcome. Thank you. And until the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts on this thing that we call price action, y'all be safe out here in these trade streets, man. Gone.